Guys, what's up? My name is Justin Marc, and in this 3-part video series, we're going to talk about building a social circle and how to really build a very high-level social circle. A social circle full of high-level people, full of people you're proud of being friends with. It's funny how a lot of guys go through their life hanging out with losers. They don't realize that you become the average of the 5 people you surround yourself with the most. So think about this, right? You literally become what you eat, what you think about, the people you surround yourself with. You become the average of those influences. And a lot of people don't realize that their own friends aren't really supporting them with their goals. Their own friends aren't where they want to be. Yet, you'll go to your friends and ask them for advice. You'll go to your friends and ask them for perspective on things that they aren't really qualified to give you advice or perspective on. So what is a social circle? In this 3-part video series, we're going to talk about that. We're going to discuss how to create a social circle and how to have a high-level social circle. I'm just going to reintroduce myself. My name is Justin Marc. Over the last 8 years, I've spent my time traveling around the world, working with personal clients, teaching them how to create these amazing social circles so you can become friends with influencers, models, actresses, like top fucking people. When I look at my circle, all my friends are millionaires or like influencers or some form of high levels of success. So if you follow the advice in this 3-part video series, your life's gonna change, your social life is gonna massively explode, and it's gonna have a huge effect on your dating life and your self-esteem as well. Be sure to watch part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this 3-part video series so you don't miss a thing.
We interrupt this program for an important news announcement.
All right, guys, before we jump into the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up so this video gets more views on the YouTube algorithm. I really do appreciate that. If you smash the like button right now, maybe you'll get a chance to join my soul circle. So make sure to go smash the like button right now. I really appreciate that. Comment below when you're done, and we'll get back to the video. All right, so you want to make a high-level soul circle. A lot of people look at me and say, hey, Justin, how do you become friends with all these cool influencers? Justin, how do you meet all these beautiful women? Justin, how do you have such an incredible dating life? Justin, how are you always hanging around so many cool people, doing so many cool things, having all these opportunities? People think it's money that gets these things. People think it's because you're good looking. Wrong, it's actually because I was able to create a very high-level social circle where all the friends in my social circle are millionaires, influencers, or just successful at something. Everyone in my life offers me some sort of value, right? But in a different walk of life. So some of my friends are millionaires, some of my friends are like TikTokers, some of my friends are incredible business people, some of my friends are like the top dating coaches in the world and are really great at dating women. Some of my friends are just really, really good with whatever it is they're good at. Okay, and I've created this like kind of awesome synergy of a circle of connections. So anytime I need to work on one thing or need advice from someone, I can go down that route. Or, let's say I've got my nightlife connections and I want to have a really good party. Well, I can go hang out with those people. Or maybe I want to run some sort of like dating coach boot camp program like I usually do, and I want to partner with one of my friends. Well, now I have connections like that as well. So what is a social circle? The best way I could define a social circle, it's the people you meet every day or throughout the year. So it's people that you're gonna see regularly. Instead of seeing random strangers walking by on the street, not communicating with them, it's creating this kind of like lifestyle of people who are part of your network. Okay, it's creating this awesome, dynamic of different relationships and different connections and people you can create these win-win opportunities with. So how do you create a social circle from scratch? Well, most people don't realize everything is a social circle, whether you're coming into someone's party or into a cold approach or you're talking to a group of random girls you met in the club. Well, you don't realize you're actually interacting with someone else's social circle. So you gotta actually realize everywhere you go, there's always natural social circle dynamics taking form. Even if you're at a party where nobody knows each other, or maybe it's like the first day of school and you're meeting new people in college or whatever, well, social circles naturally form, and you got to recognize that oftentimes you're going to see these people regularly. It's different than your typical cold approach pickup from daytime venues or nightclubs. It's different because now you're actually seeing these people regularly, or you're seeing these people on an ongoing basis. Maybe it's in school, maybe it's in the workplace, right? Maybe it's some sort of club you're part of. Maybe it's some sort of like social friend group that you kind of have access to. Well, imagine this. Imagine you burn out all the connections that your friend introduced you to. Like, you have a cool friend who's part of a network of high-level people. He brings you in to meet them, and then you start aggressively hitting on all the girls, being a creepy weirdo, and just fucking things up. How's that gonna make your friend look? How's that gonna make you look? It's gonna make everyone look bad, and therefore, these people are not gonna want you part of their circle, and you're gonna kind of get like outed of that circle. People are gonna be less likely to invite you to places. You're gonna be less likely to be part of these types of connections, right? And so what you wanna do is you wanna recognize the nuance and be socially aware, okay? And you wanna understand the dynamic and kind of weigh your pros and cons of how you should behave. Now, oftentimes, it's okay. Maybe you know you're never gonna see these people again. You know the chances of you seeing this girl you're talking to again is very limited. And so maybe it's okay because you know she's single and you know she's into you, so you can go flirt with her and whatnot, right? Well, maybe you're in a soul circle and it's some dude's girlfriend and you know that you shouldn't burn these connections. So the idea of you hitting on that girl would be really, really fucking dumb, because maybe this guy's a cool guy and you would offend him. And maybe you and that guy could do some sort of project together. Maybe he's like your videographer or something for a project you're working on. Well, now if you hit on his girlfriend, he's not gonna want to work with you on that work project, and that could affect your income. That could affect your future career. So you wanna be very calculated and a step ahead with your soul circle dynamics to ensure that you're not really ever burning any connections. And that's why soul circle is really, really powerful, because you can essentially use it to create an incredible network of high-level fucking people, meet tons of beautiful women, meet tons of really cool guys, meet tons of amazing girls. Here's another great example of this. Maybe you meet a really great girl who's a really cool girl, but she's just not into you or not down for you, or maybe she has a boyfriend, so she's not available. Well, instead of you saying, oh, well, you have no value to me now, well, maybe you could bring her in your soul circle. You guys become like best friends, and since you're such a nice guy and you're such a cool guy, she brings her cool girlfriends to come hang out with you, and now you're hanging out with all these cool fucking girls. Well, that's what we call networking. Networking is essentially using other people's networks and leveraging other people's networks, right? So here's another great example of this. Maybe you can make money from this. I have a friend who does real estate, but he wants to start a modeling agency. He knows I know a lot of girls, right? And I have another friend who does music videos with rappers and artists and stuff like that. So I figure I could just meet these girls, bring them to my friend's modeling agency, partner with him there and make some money there, then partner them with these music videos. The next thing you know, you're making a bunch of money with this new business just from leveraging a network and leveraging your networks, right? And so you gotta realize that with Soul Circle, the options are endless when it comes to what you can do with it. You can make money from it, you can meet tons of people from it, you can even get into cool parties. I remember being in Los Angeles, hanging out with literal A-list celebrities at their parties. I met this cool girl who's an actress on Teen Wolf, and she invited me to her birthday party, right? And her boyfriend was a very famous YouTuber who used to be #1 most subscribed YouTube channel on YouTube, right? And I used to watch his videos and I'm hanging out there thinking, how did I get here? I just got there by leveraging this network I'm making friends with. And so you want to actually recognize ways you can actually do this. Now we're going to talk about doing this through social media. We're going to talk about how to do this with your dating life. We're going to talk about further about how you can do this with your income in part 2 and part 3. So this is pretty much just an intro guide. Part 1, we're talking about what is Soul Circle and how to actually make things work in your favor. So right now I want you to actually start thinking, what are some ways you can actually start utilizing your Soul Circle, utilizing your network, and leveraging it so you can actually be successful in the long term. So we're gonna end this video here. I want you to take a break and think about how can you use your current Soul Circle to create new opportunities for you, or create a new Soul Circle to create new opportunities for you. Guys, thank you so much for watching. My name is Justin Marc. You can actually join my Soul Circle by following me on all my social media, linked in the description. We got my new Instagram, DrunkJustin2. Make sure to go follow me right there. Send me a message. Let me know about you and who you are, and we'll get in touch. You can also add me on my Snapchat, watch my daily Snapchat stories as well at SexyJustin. Also join my Telegram Inner Circle. This really is my VIP Inner Circle group. It's called Justin Marc's PUA Inner Circle, linked in the description. And thank you so much for watching. And we will see you guys in the next video. Make sure if you haven't already, click the subscribe button and click the bell notification so you're notified of new videos. And we'll see you very soon.